At the end of the day, your truth doesn't matter. What matters is the facts. What are the actual facts of the situation? What are the facts of your life? What are the facts of what you're stuck in? What are the facts of the things that you're struggling with on a day-to-day basis? What are the actual facts? Because until we get really clear about the facts of the situation, you will always stay stuck. You'll always be stuck with a toxic person. You'll always be stuck in a dead-end relationship. You'll always be stuck with all these different things because you're not willing to actually embrace the question of what are the facts in my life? This piece that we continually have and we continue to see over and over and over again is where people start to think, I'm believing my truth, but in reality, they are unwilling to acknowledge the current reality that they're in. What is the current reality that you're in? What are you actually believing? What are you actually seeing? Because otherwise you'll say, this is my truth. He loves me. He cares about me. When in reality, he's treating you like shit. You might be like, this is my truth because like he says he cares and he keeps showing up. And I think he's actually a good dad because he spends time with the kids. But what is your truth? Is it actually a reality? What is actually true? Not what's true to you, not what's true to me, not what's true to everybody else, but we can only look at this of what are the facts of the situation. What are the facts? If we do not get crystal clear on the facts of the situation, you will remain stuck forever. Consider a map. When you have a map and you know you want to get from point A to point B, it works great when you know where point A is. But if you ignore where point A is and you're like, I'm going to get to point B, I'm just going to get there magically, it's not going to happen because you're not actually dealing with the facts of the situation is that you don't know where the heck you are. What are the facts? This piece will run you over time and time and time again, selling you a lie and keeping you stuck in a trauma bond and rumination. It will keep you stuck as a fake and a plastic person because you're like, I don't know how to be able to change this because you're only viewing your truth. Your truth might not be reality. It might not actually be based on the facts. People ask me this all the time, like, how does a narcissist change? And they can change. No one can change unless they're willing to acknowledge the truth of the situation, unless they're willing to deal with the facts of what is actually true. Truth can be subjective. Truth can be based on your opinion. Truth can be based on what you want in the moment. Like, this is my reality, my frame. This is what I'm looking at. That sounds like your truth. What are the actual facts? And you take a look at your life and you're like, okay, what is working or not working? Like, for my body, how am I showing up for myself every single day? How am I showing up with energy? How am I showing up with sleep? Is this working or not working? Yes or no? That's just a fact. It is not an opinion. It's just this is working or it's not working. How does this actually work with your relationship? You're like, my relationship, it's either working or not working. He's either abusive and an asshole or he's not. Like, what are the facts? Well, he lies to me a little bit. Okay, then he's a liar. That's a fact. Does he tell the truth? No, then he's a liar. That's a fact. You see, we have to get really clear of what the facts are about the situation and see, is this working or is this not working? If you do not get clear on the facts, you will never be free. You will stay stuck. You will stay in bondage. You will stay stuck mentally and emotionally with a toxic person over and over and over again. You will stay stuck forever in the trauma bond, in the rumination, in the limiting beliefs, and you will never get out because you're unwilling to actually see the facts. Now, this is not victim shaming for the people that want to be like, you're shaming victims. I'm not. I'm saying if you want to get free, we have a plan, we have a path, and it deals with you getting really real with the facts, with the truth of the situation. Not your truth, not my truth, not his truth, not anyone else's truth, but the facts. It's the only thing that will set you free. I got a call earlier today with 6 guys. 6 guys that are part of one of my programs of trying to actually help them understand that if they do not get really clear with the facts, then their marriages are done with. Their relationships are over. And they should be. Because if they're unwilling to show up with truth based on the facts of what's actually happening in their life, if they're unwilling to be vulnerable about what they're feeling, about what's going on, if they're unwilling to see the current reality that they're in and they're not unwilling to do anything to change it, then everybody that they're with should leave them. Because they're unwilling to live in a reality that is based on facts, not their subjective truth. This is how we work with survivors, getting them out of narcissistic relationships, mentally and emotionally. It's walking them through the story that they believe and basing them and grounding them back on the facts of reality, helping them rewire the story they believe so they don't go back to a toxic person. Because they understand the facts, not just in a logical sense. Many of you on this already understand in a logical sense, and it has not compelled you enough to be able to leave or to stay gone, because it is not enough just to know the information, to go no contact, to move across the country. It does not fix you. You hear me teach no contact, no contact, no contact, 100%, because that gives you capacity, but it does not fix you. It does not heal you. Until we change the story that you believe. You need to be able to understand there is a difference in realities of when we have someone who is only talking about their truth, their opinions, their ideas, their current reality, their current frame of existence, and they're unwilling to get really granular with the facts. With the facts of the situation. How many of you resonate with this? And you're like, I need to get clear on my facts. Reach out for help. We work with people every single day to try to get them clear on the facts and get them free. I work with people exclusively inside of our Thriver community or inside of my warrior group that I have inside of men that are not showing up real anymore. To say, hey, this is your chance. This is your one and only chance to actually get real. To either stand up as a man and stop fucking lying, or break free as a survivor and move into a place of freedom from the toxic person, saying, hey, I'm no longer going to show up this way. I'm no longer going to be controlled by this person. I'm no longer going to be a slave to this toxic person because I understand the facts of the situation. And that, in the application that we put together, helps you break free. But that choice you can't make for anyone else. You can't push onto anyone else. The choice has to be for you. And that's it. Are you clear about the facts in your life? If so, do you have a frame to actually be able to walk through that and be able to change that process? We got something exciting that's coming out towards the end of this week. We got a lot of programming, a lot of things we're trying to get clear on so that we can start bringing these tools to everybody who actually joins us in some of our challenges. In our Thriver community, they're accessing the stack. They're accessing the core every single day to help put them on a self-help journey, but they're not dependent on me. They're not dependent on the therapist. They're not dependent on someone else, but they're able to actually step up into their own power, their own truth, and understand, hey, these are the facts about my situation. So I'm able to move this way and do these things that I want to do to get the desired facts in my life. Versus just walking through life, believing truth as their frame of reference and not actually breaking free or seeing the actual reality.